Let's do a quick sound check. Make sure we good. Put one in the chat if y'all can hear us. Okay, sound like we good. Say something about.
Mic check. Mic check.
All right. All right. All praises. So all praise to the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, the one who made a covenant with the children of Israel. Um, I'd like to send a shout out to the 12 tribes of Israel scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, especially the men, women, and children that's out here battling temptation, battling demons, battling sin. Shout out to y'all. Give another shout out to the men, women, and children that's on their way, that's outside the truth, or that's on their way, that's searching. Shout out to y'all. Hey, keep striving, keep searching, and you will seek the Lord if you sincere and truly trying to find Him, and lean not to your own understanding. You will definitely find the Lord. You will definitely find the Lord. So what we gonna do is we gonna open up with the reading of the law. Exodus chapter 20.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, starting at verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the water in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Let's get 1 John 2 and 3 through 4.
1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
Let's get John 14 and 15. And these scriptures just to show it's about the commandments of God. It's about the commandments of God and the faith of Christ. Without Christ, you can't keep the commandments. Go ahead.
John chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
All right, give me 1 John 5 and 2 and 3.
1 John 5 and verse 2. By this we know that we love the children of God when we love God and keep his commandments. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
And Revelation 14 and 12.
Revelation 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
So it's about keeping the commandments of God and the faith of Christ. And the faith of Christ. Why is that important? Give me Psalms 111 and verse 10.
Psalms 111 and verse 10. Psalms 111 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever.
So keeping the commandments is how you get understanding. People who don't keep the commandments lack understanding. Understanding is altered because if you're not keeping the commandments, what are you doing? Sinning. And if you're sinning, your understanding is altered. Is altered. Let's get that in Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 11.
Wisdom of Solomon 4 and verse 11. Yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding.
Wickedness is sin. Wickedness alters your understanding. It alters your understanding. That's how people, when you don't understand why they're doing certain things that they're doing, is what? Because of sin. That's what's going on. Sin, wickedness alters your understanding. So now today's title is Who Broke the Brotherly Covenant? Jacob versus Esau. Of course, we know Jacob and Esau were brothers, and there's a big battle going on even today in 2026 going on with Jacob and Esau. There's a big battle going on today with Jacob and Esau. So what we're going to read today is the history of these two brothers and how their brotherly covenant was broken, and why is there such a big battle between the two today. And when we said today, we're talking about their descendants, because the battle started with them and it followed with the descendants. So we go do some Bible history today. We go get some understanding, and when we remember, when you get Romans 15, when you read Bible history, history in the Bible, is to show you a lesson and give you hope of you don't repeat the same thing our forefathers and foremothers did. You're supposed to learn from these Bible history lessons. So read that.
The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
It was written for our learning. Go ahead.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scripture, might have hope.
Because it's supposed to give us hope. It's supposed to give us hope. And this Jacob and Esau battle, when this play out, that's going to be salvation. When this play out, that's going to be salvation. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's look at the brotherly covenant. Give me Deuteronomy 23 and 7.
Deuteronomy 23 and verse 7.
So this is a scripture that our Christianity brothers always use. But let's read it.
Deuteronomy 23 and verse 7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite.
He said, we shall not abhor or have hatred for the Edomites. Talking to Israel, talking to Jacob. Go ahead.
For he is thy brother.
For he's what?
For he is thy brother.
And he said we're not supposed to hate him because he's our brother. You're in a brotherly covenant with Edomites. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou wast a stranger in his land.
So we're going to focus on Esau, on the Edomite, because it said he is thy brother. And that's what we're talking about today. So we see that with Jacob and Esau, there was a brotherly covenant going on. So we're going to read about what happened with that. But let's look at the first brotherly covenant that was broken between Cain and Abel. Let's get Genesis 4 and 8.
Genesis chapter 4 and verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
So this was the first brotherly covenant that was broken that we see in the Bible, as Cain actually killed his brother. Verse 9.
And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
And he was even lying. So I don't know where he is after he killed him. Am I my brother's keeper? And then have the audacity to get smart with the Most High. Verse 10.
And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground.
So the reason why God was looking for Abel was Abel's blood was talking to God from the ground. He said, his blood is crying to me from the ground. Why is that important? Go to Leviticus 17, verse 11.
Leviticus 17 and verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
Because our life force is in the blood. Our life force is in the blood. That's why he said, his blood crieth to me from the ground. That's why we sacrifice with what? Blood. Go ahead.
And I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls.
So blood is used for atonement. Why? Because that's where life is. Go back to Genesis 4 and read verse 10 again.
Genesis 4 and verse 10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the blood from the ground. So
God already knew what Cain done, because why? Abel told him from his blood. So he already knew. Let's look at Cain's punishment. Jump to verse 13. Jump 12, I'm sorry.
Genesis 4 and 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
So one of the punishments is you're not going to be able to grow crops. Remember, that's one of the blessings that God gave us is crops. Think about it. And I know a lot of us don't even use this blessing. But think about the blessing of crops. Unlimited food supply. That's what crops are. I know I'm kind of getting off topic. Go to Genesis 1. I think it's 29. Let me look at it. I'm kind of going off topic, but this is an important point that I want y'all to think about. 1 and 29. Look at this.
Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth,
Go ahead.
and every tree in the which the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat.
He said, I give you every fruit and herb bearing seed. Why is that important? Because that means you will have an unlimited food supply. And I wish I can even do this myself, which hopefully, Lord willing, I'll be able to do it in the future. But think about it. If you got the land, the ground, the land, you can have an unlimited food supply. Because everything you eat out the ground, it has a seed. Supposed to have a seed. If it's not the GMO and all that fake stuff. That means you can plant it again. You can plant it again. Anything that has a seed in it, you can replant it and grow more. That's a blessing. The Most High said, Cain, I'm taking that blessing from you. That's a punishment. He took Cain's food supply. That's a punishment. Go back to Genesis 4 and read 12 again. Read this punishment.
Genesis chapter 4 and verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
He said, when you plant them seeds, till the ground, do husbandry, the ground not gonna give you nothing back. He took Cain's food supply for what? Breaking the brotherly covenant and committing murder. Go ahead.
A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
You're gonna be a fugitive and a vagabond. Means you're gonna be constantly on the run. Verse 13.
And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
He said, man, this punishment is greater than I can bear. No food, and I gotta constantly be on the run. Go ahead.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
So he put a hit out on Cain. Now, let's go to Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34.
Matthew 10 and verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Christ said, I'm not coming to send peace. Go ahead.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
He said, I came not to send peace, but a sword. Go ahead.
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
Go ahead.
And the daughter against her mother. And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
So sometimes your foes are of your own household. Your enemies are of your own household. Why? Because they don't understand the brotherly covenant. The brotherly covenant. In this case, this was talking about when you come to serve Christ. But our foes, our main foes, be the people that can hurt you the most. Why can they hurt you the most? Because it could be the people you love the most. The people you love the most. So now let's look at the origins between Jacob and Esau. Let's get Genesis 25 and verse 19.
Genesis 25 and verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac. Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethel the Syrian, of Padanaram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her womb. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
So the children was giving her those stomach cramps, those pains, and she like, Lord, if this is from you, why is it going like this? Let's see what the Lord tell her. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
So it say 2 nationalities. 2 nations are in you. Go ahead.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
So this is going to be 2 different nations, 2 manner of people that's coming. Go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder shall serve the younger. This is important. The elder shall serve the younger. Go ahead.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
So she had twins. Go ahead.
And the first came out red, all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
So Esau came out first. Remember, it said the elder shall serve the younger. Who was the oldest? Esau. Go ahead.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob.
So it said his hand took hold of Esau's heel. Hold this spot. Let's get Hosea chapter 12. And we want verse. Let me look at it. So let's see what this means. He took hold of his heel. So let's look at verse 3.
Hosea chapter 12 and verse 3. He took his brother by the heel in the womb.
This talking about Jacob. He took his brother by the heel in the womb, and go ahead.
And by his strength he had power with God.
Said he had power with God. So when that symbolizes Jacob's strength. When he took his heel, Jacob's heel, out the womb, while he was coming out the womb, that shows Jacob's power with God. Read that one more time.
He took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with God.
Go ahead.
Yea, he had power over the angel, and prevailed. He wept and made supplication unto him. He found him in Bethel, and there he spake with us.
So that was a symbol of his power with God. His power with God. Go back to Genesis. And verse 27.
Genesis 25 and verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau, because he did eat of his venison.
You see, it said, again.
And Isaac loved Esau.
And you see, Isaac was the father. He said, Isaac loved Esau. Why?
Because he did eat of his venison.
And watch this. Go ahead.
But Rebekah loved Jacob.
So each parent had their favorite. Isaac's favorite was Esau. Rebekah's favorite was Jacob. Go, come on, verse 28.
And
29.
And Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field and was faint.
Verse 30.
And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
He said his name called was Edom. So he wanted some of that pottage from Jacob after he was out in the field. Come on.
And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
He said, do what?
Sell me this day thy birthright.
So I want to get this out of people's head. People always try to say that, what's the mind that Rebecca and Jacob stole Esau's birthright. I don't know why they say that. When you read the story, you see that he sold it. Jacob asked him, yeah, you want this pottage? Sell me your birthright. But you got to realize, God already told Rebekah that the elder shall serve the younger. So it was already set up from the Most High. Hold this spot. Go to Romans chapter 9. This is what we got to understand. Jacob was already chosen by the Most High. He was already chosen before they was born. It didn't have nothing to do with what Jacob did. It didn't have nothing to do with what Esau did. Isaac, Rebekah. Remember, Esau was Isaac's favorite. Rebekah's favorite was Jacob. So it wasn't nothing that Esau did, or the Most High made it play out like this. This is the work of the Most High. The Most High made it play out like this. So when it said that Jacob grabbed his heel, you know what that meant? Jacob wanted that birthright since he was in the womb. He wanted that birthright since he was in the womb, because what's the law? The older son gets the birthright. The oldest son gets the birthright. That's in the law. Jacob had the power with God. He was holding on to his heel, fight. They were fighting in the womb to see who's going to come out first. And Jacob wanted that birthright. That's why that first opportunity, he said, you know what, Esau, you want this pottage? Sell me your birthright.
Actually shows Jacob's heart too. When people say, I know you're getting there, but when say, for Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Right.
You know, a lot of people ask, what did Esau do to be hated? God said it's not that he anything he did, but Jacob's heart was already with God.
Exactly.
He wanted that. He wanted to be God. He wanted to serve him.
Exactly. You hit it right on the nose. You hit it right on the nose. There was a reason he wanted that birthright. His heart was already with the Father. He was fighting for it. So let's read it. Romans 9, start at verse 10.
The book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 10. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born.
Who she's talking about? Rebekah's children, Jacob and Esau. The children being not yet born. Go ahead.
Neither having done any good or evil.
They haven't done any good or evil. Go ahead.
That the purpose of God, according to election, might stand.
So this was God. They were already chosen. God had already made his choice about which child was going to get the birthright. It was before they did any good, any evil. It was already chosen. It was already written. This is what? Predestination. Predestination. Let's get there for the people that don't believe in predestination. Hold this spot. Get chapter 8 and verse 28 and 29.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose.
You see this? To them who are the called according to God's purpose. What was God's purpose? For the birthright to go to Jacob. Go ahead.
For whom he did foreknow.
He said he already foreknow. Whoever is God's people, he already foreknow. Go ahead.
He also did predestinate.
He did what?
Predestinate.
Predestinate. For the people, when I said it was predestined, what they say is destiny. But what about predestiny? If it was, people always use that word destiny and don't really think about what it means. If it was destiny, that means it was meant to happen. It was already written. It was going to happen no matter what. So Jacob getting the birthright, people say, and it's always people that don't believe the Bible. It's always the conscious people, the Egyptology people and all this, the woman is God people. They said the Bible, how y'all gonna say Jacob was righteous and he stole his brother's birthright? He did not steal it. It was gonna play out that way because Jacob was gonna get it because it was predestined from the Father. Read that again.
For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren.
So predestination is in the Bible. Now I'll go back to Romans 9 and where we was at verse 11.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand.
So God made his election. It was going to go to Jacob. Go ahead.
Not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Said the elder shall serve the younger. So Rebecca, that means what? Rebecca knew who the birthright was gonna go to too, because the Most High told her already. The elder shall serve the younger. So she knew God's plan. Verse 13.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So it goes a little more deeper. He said, I love Jacob, Esau I hate. And we gonna see why. Why God hate Esau? Why did God hate Esau? And we gonna see what happens. Now, go back to Genesis 25. Genesis 25. Let's see where we was at. Where was we at?
Genesis 25 and 27.
Let's get that.
Genesis chapter 25 and verse 27. But no, it was 29. And Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field and was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore, what for was his name called Edom.
Let's see what Jacob said. Go ahead.
And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
He said, sell me your birthright. If you want this pottage, sell me your birthright. Go ahead.
And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
He like, man, yeah, I'm about to die. I give you anything right now. I'm about to die. What is this birthright gonna profit me if I die right now? Go ahead.
And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he swore unto him. And he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
No, Jacob stole it.
And he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
He sold the birthright unto Jacob. It said he swear. He swear. And we know about swear. Let's get to swear. Numbers 30. Numbers 30 and verse 2. So he swear. What you got to do with a swear? Numbers 30 and 2.
The book of Numbers, chapter 30 and verse 2. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word.
He shall what?
He shall not break his word.
You can't break your word. Go ahead.
He shall do according to all that proceeded out of his mouth.
That birthright was good as gone. Good as gone. So we see in the story, Jacob did not steal the birthright. Esau sold it to him. Esau sold it to him. Read verse 34, Genesis 25 and 34.
Genesis 25 and verse 34. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way.
Go ahead.
Thus Esau despised his birthright.
He did what?
Thus Esau despised his birthright.
He despised the birthright. This goes into what Ak was saying. Jacob had the heart to want the birthright. Esau despised the birthright in so much that he sold it. He sold it. A birthright? The birthright was the oath that God gave to Abraham. That same oath was passed down to Isaac. And then that same oath was supposed to go to the eldest son. And Esau sold it. He sold it. That's big. Let's get Genesis 27. So let's see what happened at verse 1.
Genesis 27 and verse 1. And it came to pass that when Isaac was old, his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son, and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here I am. Here am I.
So Isaac knew he was about to die. So now it's time to pass on the birthright because he's about to die. Go ahead.
And he said, Behold, now I am old. I know not the day of my death.
Go ahead.
Now therefore, take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die.
So when he say my soul may bless thee, meaning I'm finna bless you with your inheritance. I'm finna bless you with your birthright. Go ahead. Because remember, all Isaac know is my eldest son get the birthright. He don't know that Esau even sold it. He don't know none of this. Where we at? Verse 5? Mm-hmm. Verse 5.
Genesis 27 and verse 5. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau, his son. And Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and to bring it. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob, her son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, and bless thee before the Lord before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth.
So Rebecca went and told Jacob, hey, it's time. It's time to get the birthright. But we have to hurry up because your father is about to give it to Esau. Verse, where we at?
10.
Verse 10.
And thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. And Jacob said to Rebekah, his mother, behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man.
And I am a smooth man. Should I touch that out? Well, we know Jacob is the so-called black man. Esau is the so-called white man. Who was hairy and who was smooth? Right. We know that. They were when y'all see them caveman commercials. Yeah.
They think about it back then. It probably was outrageous.
Right.
You see them hairy now.
He said, hey, my brother is a hairy man and I'm a smooth man. How we gonna pull this off, mama? Verse 12.
He said, I'm sorry. Genesis 27:12. My father, peradventure, will fill me, and I shall sing to him as a deceiver.
And he gonna think I'm deceiving. He gonna think I'm deceiving, but we gotta look at it. Who's really deceiving? It's Esau. Esau sold his birthright, swore it to God, but he's finna try to get it anyway. Come on.
And I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing.
Verse 13.
And his mother said unto him, upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice, and go fetch.
I'll be back.
And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother. And his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob, her younger son. And she put the skin of the kids of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob.
So she gave Jacob the meat, because remember, Isaac told Esau to go prepare the meal for him and come back and get your blessing. So before Esau can come back, his mother, she was quick on it. She prepared the meal, put the little hairy thing on Jacob, and told him, hey, go get this to your father. All right, come on.
And he came unto his father and said, my father. And he said, here am I. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me.
Go ahead.
And Isaac said unto his son, how is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, because the Lord thy God bought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not.
Go ahead.
And Jacob went near unto Isaac and his father, and he felt him, and said, "The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands, the hands of Esau."
So you see that he said the voice. You sound like my other son, Jacob, but these hairy hands, you got the hands of my son Esau. Because remember, he was old and he couldn't see.
Right.
Go ahead.
And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him.
So he blessed. He like, oh, he said, okay, but Jacob's hands is smooth, so this can't be Jacob. It sound like Jacob, but Jacob got them smooth hands. He said, Esau, yeah, these don't, yeah, this you, Esau, you got these them rough, hairy hands. So let me go and give you your birthright. Let me bless you.
Isaac was starting to lose it.
Yeah, he was old. He was old, you know. And he's like, oh well, all right, let me hurry up before I die. He had his last meal and everything. All right, where we at? 24.
Verse 24. And he said, "Art thou my very son Esau?" And he said, "I am."
And he said, I am. Verse 25.
And he said, "Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee." And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank.
All right, come on.
And his father Isaac said unto him, "Come near now, and kiss me, my son."
All right, come on.
And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, "See, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which the Lord hath blessed. Therefore, God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine.
Come on.
Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren."
Be Lord over thy brethren. Thy brethren. Who is that? Esau. Remember, the elder shall serve the younger. So the Most High already had his what? Election. And Rebecca knew it. Go ahead.
"And let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee."
So watch this. This is the birthright. This is the same birthright that Abraham had, and Abraham passed it to Isaac. Now Isaac is passing it to Jacob. Let's get that. Get Genesis 22 and verse 15.
Genesis chapter 22 and verse 15. "And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son."
Let's talk about Isaac. Go ahead. Remember, Abraham had many sons. But why is God saying your only son? Because the other sons don't matter, according to God, as far as the covenant. Because he had Abraham had other sons with, was it Keturah? I believe Keturah. After Sarah died, he got married again and had more sons. Had 5 other sons. So why is God saying thy only son? Because when it comes down to the covenant and the blessing, it's considered your only son. Go ahead. Let's see. Let's watch him get the blessing. Verse 17.
"That in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore. And thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies."
This is the blessing that Abraham just passed down. Go to 12, chapter 1. 12, Genesis chapter 12, I'm sorry, verse 1.
Genesis chapter 12 and verse 1. Now the Lord has said unto Abraham, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing.
Go ahead.
And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed.
So now we're seeing that this is the same blessing that God was passing down to Isaac. So let's see when Isaac got the blessing. Go to Genesis 17 and verse 19.
Genesis 17 and verse 19. And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and shall call his name Isaac.
So this is Isaac. Remember, Isaac was old when he was passing it to Jacob. But this is before what God told Abraham before Isaac was born. Go ahead.
And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him.
Go ahead. It said, and with his seed after him. Who was that seed? Jacob. Not Esau. Jacob. Remember, it only went to one son. Because when you look at Abraham, who was Abraham's oldest son? Ishmael. So it didn't go to the oldest son in that case neither. Come on.
And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him.
But he said, I'm going to still bless him. Go ahead.
And will make him fruitful. It will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
But what's the important part? Verse 21.
But my covenant.
The covenant, this is the blessing. This is the real blessing. But my covenant, go ahead.
Will I establish with Isaac.
I establish with Isaac. With Isaac, go ahead.
Which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year.
So that's how Isaac, it passed. So Abraham, it passed from his brothers, from his sons to Isaac. And Isaac is, he had two sons, is passing up a son. The same blessing can't go to multiple people at this time, according to God. Now let's go back to the blessing, Genesis 27 and verse 29.
Genesis chapter 27 and verse 29. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren.
So I wanna touch this right here because this is just a tad off topic, but on topic at the same time. When we tell people it's gonna be slaves in heaven, they look at us crazy, right? When we say the other nations are gonna be servants and handmaids to the Israelites in the kingdom, they look at us crazy. Let's say the Christians. They look at us crazy because they say the heaven is for everybody. Everybody can be saved, kumbaya. But read this again. This is the covenant. This is the promise that God made right here. Let's read it again.
Genesis 27 and verse 29. Let people serve thee.
What'd he say?
Let people serve thee.
Let people serve thee. Go ahead.
And nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren.
Be Lord over your brethren. Be Lord over them. Remember, who's part of the brother in this class we're talking about? Esau. He said, you're going to be Lord over them. So why people, when you say it's going to be slaves, in the kingdom of heaven, they can't fathom that when Christ came on what basis? Christ didn't come on the basis of Adam. I want y'all to know this. Christ didn't come because of what Adam did. You know what made Christ, why God sent Christ? Because it was based on the promise and the blessing given to who? Abraham. That's what it's based on off of. It's based on who is Abraham's seed. This is the blessing why God sent Christ, to keep his promise and his oath to Abraham. And what is the blessing? That your seed is going to rule the earth. Everybody else, all the other nations, is going to be servants to you. Get Isaiah 14. People, Christianity is, come on, man. We can't listen to Christianity. They made Valentine's Day. They made Halloween. They made Easter, Christmas, all these wicked holidays that we celebrate, and y'all steady listen to them. Y'all think they got the understanding of the Bible. When we're reading the blessing right here, why would God change it to everybody is equal? That's not the blessing or the promise that he gave to Abraham. Let's get Isaiah 14:1. Let's read prophecy.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
On Jacob. Why? Because he has the covenant. Go ahead.
And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
The strangers are the other nations. Go ahead.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them.
Shall possess them. Go ahead.
And the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
For servants and handmaids. This is the promise that God gave to Abraham. That promise was passed down to Isaac. That promise was then passed down to Jacob. That same promise was passed down to all Jacob's 12 sons, which makes up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Now we're reading it. He said they're going to be servants and handmaids. Go ahead.
And they shall take them captive, whose captives they were.
And they're going to take them captives, because when you read about the Israelites, they were everyone else's captives. God kept sending us into slavery. Go ahead.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And they shall rule over their oppressors. Ain't that what the promise said? Go back to Genesis 27 and 29 again. Ain't that what the promise was?
Genesis 27 and verse 29. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee.
And let nations bow down to thee. Go ahead.
Be Lord over thy brethren.
Be Lord over them. That's rule them. Go ahead.
And let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be every one that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
All right, that's it. So we see, of course, that's going to happen. That is the promise, man. Y'all, come on, man. Our brothers and sisters in Christianity, y'all got to get out of that, man. Y'all got to get out of it. If it makes you feel better, let's see if Christ said the same thing. Go to Revelation 2 and 26. Christ said the same thing because Christ knows the promise of God.
Revelation 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh.
Overcome sin. Go ahead.
And keepeth my works unto the end. To him will I give power over the nations.
To him, I'm going to give that power because you're going to get the blessings of that covenant, the Israelites who overcome sin and repent. You're going to have power over who?
Over the nations.
Over the nations, all the other nations. Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
And you're going to rule them with a rod of iron. Go ahead.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
So we see that even Christ knows the promise. Even Christ knows the promise. And we know the Lord is not slack concerning his promise. If everybody get the same salvation as Israel, if everybody get that salvation, then that's not the promise that God gave Abraham. That's not the promise. You making God a liar. It's crazy that our people, they just don't. I don't know. I don't know. The Bible is, when it said the Bible is sealed, that is true. It's just basic reading. The Bible is sealed. Now, let's look at let me see. So, after this happened, Esau was mad because Esau was looking at it like, oh, you stole my birthright. Let's get Genesis 32. And they were at odds with each other. Let me see if we should get the odds. Well, Esau, he hated Jacob for this. But Jacob, he wanted to make up with his brother. Start at verse 1.
Genesis 32, verse 1. Went on his way, and the angels of God met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, this is God's host. And he called the name of the place Mahanaim. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau, his brother, unto the land of Seir, the country of Edom.
So this is the country of Edom. This is where the Edomites are. Go ahead.
And he commanded them, saying, thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau. Thy servant Jacob saith thus, I have sojourned with Laban, and stayed there until now. And I have oxen and asses, flocks, and manservants.
So this is the message that he want Esau's servant to tell him. Go ahead.
And woman servants. And I have sent to tell my Lord that I may find grace in thy sight. And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, we came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him. Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed. And he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks, and the herds, and the camels into 2 bands, and said, if Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape. And Jacob said, O my God, O my father, Abraham, and the God of my father, Isaac, the Lord which says unto me, return unto thy country and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee. I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies, and of all the truth which thou hast showed unto thy servant. For with my staff I passed over this Jordan, and now I am become 2 bands.
So this is Jacob trying to have a resolution to their brotherly covenant. He trying to mend his relationship. Remember, Jacob was a godly man. He's trying to mend his relationship with his brother Esau. And he's being humbled right here. Come on.
Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hands of my brother, from the hand of Esau.
He was actually afraid of Esau. Because remember, Esau was, it said, a cunning hunter. Esau was cold with the sword. He was like a man of war. That's how come we see them today ruling all types of lands. Today in 2026. Go ahead.
For I fear him, lest he will come and smite me, and the mother with the children.
Go ahead.
And thou sayest, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered or multitude. And he lodged there that same night, and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau his brother.
Brought him a present. Go ahead.
200 she goats, and 20 he goats, 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 milk camels with their coats, 40 kine, and 10 bulls, 20 she asses, and 10 foals.
This is worth a lot back then. This is giving them a whole flock. Go ahead.
And he delivered them into the hand of his servants, every drove by themselves, and said unto his servants, pass over before me, and put a space betwixt drove and drove. And he commanded the foremost, saying, when Esau my brother meeteth thee, and asketh thee, saying, whose art thou, and whither goest thou, and whose art these before thee?
Go ahead.
Then thou shalt say, they be thy servant Jacob's. It is a present sent unto my lord Esau. And behold, also he is behind us.
So he trying to get a resolution and fits the brotherly covenant. Because it wasn't all the way broken at this point. Remember, they still alive at this point. So now go to chapter 33, verse 1. Let's see what happened.
Genesis 33 and verse 1. And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men. And he divided the children unto Leah, and unto Rachel, and unto the 2 handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost. And he passed over before them, and bowed himself to the ground 7 times, until he came near to his brother.
That's, mind you, Jacob is being so humble right now. Remember, it say the elder supposed to serve and bow down to the younger. Jacob got the covenant, but he's showing so humility to Esau because he's trying to keep the brotherly covenant. He's trying to keep that intact. Go ahead.
And Esau ran to meet him, and embraced him, and fell on his neck, and kissed him, and they wept.
Now they cool. Esau came, he accepted the gift, he happy to see his brother. Verse 5.
And he lifted up his eyes, and saw the woman and the children, and said, who are those with thee? And he said, the children which God hath graciously given thy servant.
Go ahead.
Then the handmaid.
So he met basically the 12 sons. Go ahead. They were kids at the time. Go ahead.
Then the handmaidens came near, they and their children, and they bowed themselves.
And they bowed down, showing Esau the respect. Look, just picture, little child Judah, little child Benjamin. Who else is it? Reuben, Levi. They look kids.
Right.
Coming to holler about showing respect to their uncle. They look kids at this time.
Right, that's 12. That's a lot.
Right, 12 kids coming. I think they had one sister. Yeah, they had one sister. Verse 7.
And Leah also with her children came near, and bowed themselves. And after came Joseph near,
Little Joseph, go ahead.
and Rachel, and they bowed themselves.
Go ahead.
And he said, What meanest thou by all this drove which I met? And he said, These are to find grace in the sight of my Lord.
Go ahead.
And Esau said, I have enough, my brother.
He said, I have enough. Go ahead.
Keep that thou hast unto thyself.
He's like, go ahead and keep that. Go ahead.
And Jacob said, Nay, I pray thee, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then receive my present at my hand. For therefore I have seen thy face, as though I had seen the face of God, and thou wast pleased with me.
Verse 11.
Take, I pray thee, my blessing that is brought to thee, because God hath dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it.
He urged it, and he took it. So that was Jacob's and Esau's resolution. The brotherly covenant is intact at this moment. Let's look at the lineage real quick. Genesis 36 and 1.
Genesis 36 and verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau. Who is Edom?
Esau is Edom. Jump to verse 8.
Verse 8 of Genesis 36. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir.
So it said the father of the Edomites, and it's going to list Esau's sons down there. So he is the father of the Edomites. Go to Genesis 49 and verse 1.
Genesis 49 and verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob.
Ye sons of Jacob. This is Jacob's son. Go ahead.
And hearken unto Israel your father, Reuben.
So Israel, because remember, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. So Israel is the father of the Israelites, the 12 tribes. He had 12 sons. Jump to verse 28 to prove that.
Verse 28 of Genesis 49. All these are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is that their father spake unto them, and blessed them.
And blessed them. So we see how Isaac, when he was about to die, he sent the blessing to Jacob. Here, when Jacob was about to die, he sent the blessing to all 12 of his sons. He sent the blessing to all 12 of his sons when he was about to die. Read that again.
Genesis 49 and verse 28. All these are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is that their father spake unto them, and blessed them, every one according to his blessing. He blessed them.
He blessed all of them. The covenant was passed down. So now we see, Jacob and Esau are dead. So now all we have are their descendants from here on out. Let's look at what was going on between the descendants. Get Deuteronomy chapter 2 and verse 1.
Deuteronomy 2 and verse 1. Then we turned and took our journey unto the wilderness.
This is talking about Israel, the Israelites. Go ahead.
By the way of the Red Sea, as the Lord spake unto me. And we compassed Mount Seir many days. And the Lord spake unto me, saying.
So this is when they was coming out of Egypt. Go ahead.
Ye have compassed this mountain long enough. Turn ye northward, and command thou the people, saying, Ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau.
So when they were coming out of the wilderness, God was giving them a passage. He was like, hey, one of the ways you go is through your brother the Edomites' land. Remember, they're in the brotherly covenant. He like, hey, well, safe passage is to go through their land. Read that again.
And command thou the people, saying, Ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau,
Go ahead.
which dwell in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore.
Watch verse 5.
Meddle not with them.
Said, meddle not with them. Even though they going to be afraid of you, leave them alone. Go ahead.
For I will not give you of their land.
I'm not giving you their land. Go ahead.
No, not so much as a foot breadth, because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession.
Said that's their land, Mount Seir, cave dwellers, the Caucasus Mountains. Go ahead.
Ye shall buy meat of them for money, that ye may eat, and ye shall also buy water of them for money, that ye may drink.
So let's see what happened when they came to get ready to pass that land. Go to Numbers chapter 20. Remember, this Bible history, so we're doing a lot of reading. Just stick with us. Numbers chapter 20, verse 14.
Numbers 20 and verse 14. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom.
To the king of Edom, because remember, they supposed to pass through that land. Go ahead.
Thus saith thy brother Israel, thou knowest all the travail that hath befallen us, how our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. And when we cried unto the Lord, he heard our voice, and sent an angel, and have brought us forth out of Egypt. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy border.
Now watch what he asked, verse 17.
Let us pass, I pray.
Said, let us pass. Remember, this is what the Most High told him. Told Moses to take him. Let us pass, I pray thee. Go ahead.
Through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards. Neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left until we have passed our border.
We just gonna go straight through. We ain't gonna make no stops. We ain't gonna bother y'all. We going straight through. Go ahead.
And Edom said unto him, thou shalt not pass by me.
What Esau say?
Thou shalt not pass by me.
This is when the brotherly covenant was broken. This is when the brotherly covenant was broken. Remember, Jacob and Esau resolved it. Right? He brought his children, he brought them a gift. They hugged each other. He met his nephews. The brotherly covenant was intact. But the descendants of Esau, they like, nah, we still mad. We still mad about that birthright. We still mad about that. Because why? Esau told his sons about that. Because remember, that's why he was mad at Jacob. That's why they had to have fix their relationship in the first place. He was still mad about that. The descendants was like, we don't care if you and Uncle Jacob fixed it. We ain't letting that ride. Read that part again. 18.
And Edom said unto him, thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword.
So y'all come out here, we taking y'all out. Verse 19.
And the children of Israel said unto him, we will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink of thy water, then I will pay for it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet.
Go ahead.
And he said, thou shalt not go through.
He said, we don't care. We don't want y'all money. We hate y'all. Go ahead.
And Edom came out against him with much people and with a strong hand.
Go ahead.
Then thus Edom refused to give Israel passage.
He did what?
Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border. Wherefore Israel turned away from him.
They had to go a whole nother way. Because Esau would not give them passage when they were leaving Egypt and trying to make it to their new land. This is when the brotherly covenant was broken. Let's prove that. Give me Amos 1 and verse 9.
Amos chapter 1 and verse 9. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because thou deliver up the whole captivity to Edom.
He said they did what?
Because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom.
Go ahead.
And remembered not the brotherly covenant.
And remembered not the brotherly covenant. Jump to verse 11.
Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
He pursued his brother with the sword. Go ahead.
And did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually.
He said they cast off pity. That's why they didn't let them pass. He said because their anger and hatred was perpetual. It was continual. Go ahead.
And he kept his wrath forever.
And Edom kept his wrath forever. The Edomites against Jacob.
I hope they hearing you, Ak. Perpetual, forever. That anger carried on till today.
Till today. Till today. They don't hate us because we are black.
Can I touch on that?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Because they like the other.
They like the other dog nations. we still, it be killing me. Some of us still believe that. Oh, they hate us because of the color of our skin. No, they hate you because it's deeper than that.
Right.
It's deeper.
Right.
Think about it like this. I told my son this. They got us as servants from off the coast of Africa. That's what we know as a people, right? They brought us here to serve them. Where would hatred come from in that?
Exactly.
That's not a reason to hate somebody.
We slaves to them and they hate us.
Exactly. It's deeper than that. You gotta study your Bible. Get the like we going over in class today. Study your Bible, get the real understanding.
They hate us because God chose us over them.
There you go.
We got the birthright. This is ancient. This goes back.
Blood feud. This is deep.
This is deep. We got a perpetual hatred because, and it started when you see that they wouldn't let us pass. They won't let us pass. Now go to Judges chapter 11, and we go read 16. Let's just look at how much they hated us.
The book of Judges, chapter 11 and verse 16. But when Israel came up from Egypt and walked through the wilderness unto the Red Sea and came to Kadesh, then Israel sent messengers unto the king of Edom, saying, let me, I pray thee, pass through thy land.
That's what we just read in Numbers. Go ahead.
But the king of Edom would not hearken thereto. And in like manner, they sent unto the king of Moab, but he would not consent. And Israel abode in Kadesh.
Verse 18.
Then they went along through the wilderness and compassed the land of Edom and the land of Moab and came by the east side of the land of Moab, and pitched on the other side of Arnon, but came not within the border of Moab, for Arnon was the border of Moab.
So that was the path they had to take because Edom wouldn't let them pass. Now watch what happened. Give me well, let's go to another one. Go to 1 Samuel 14. Since that time we've been at war with the Edomites. First Samuel, when you what we got coming up, destruction of Nicanor. That was the Idumea, the Edomites. 1 Samuel 14. No, what I say? Yeah, 14 start at verse 4.
1 Samuel 14 and verse 4.
No, my bad. 47. 14 and 47.
1 Samuel 14 and 47. So Saul took the kingdom over Israel and fought against all his enemies on every side, against Moab.
Against Moab, go ahead.
And against the children of Ammon, and against Edom.
And against Edom. Why are we fighting against Edom, man? We supposed to be in a brotherly covenant. Go ahead.
And against the king of Zobah, and against the Philistines, and whithersoever he turned himself, he vexed them. And he gathered a host and smote the Amalekites.
The Amalekites. This is Edom. Edom. Go ahead.
And deliver Israel out of the hand of them that spoiled them.
Now go to 1 Chronicles 18. 1 and 2.
1 Chronicles 18, verse 1. Now after this, it came to pass that David smote the Philistines and subdued them, and took Gath and her towns out of the hand of the Philistines.
Go ahead.
And he smote Moab, and the Moabites became David's servants and bought gifts.
Jump to verse 11.
Verse 11. Them also King David dedicated unto the Lord with the silver and the gold that he bought from all these nations.
That he brought from all these nations that he conquered. Let's see who did King David, because King David was a warrior. I don't think he lost any battles. But let's see who did he conquer. Go ahead.
From Edom.
From who?
From Edom.
From Edom. We was at battle with Edom. Go ahead.
And from Moab, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, and from Amalek.
Go ahead.
Moreover, Abashi, the son of Zeruiah, slew of the Edomites in the valley of Salt 18,000.
18,000 Edomites. Go ahead.
And he put garrisons in Edom, and all the Edomites became David's servants.
They did what?
And all the Edomites became David's servants.
Became David's servants. This is when we were with God at the time. This is when we was with God. Go ahead.
Thus the Lord preserved David wheresoever he went.
So David, he wasn't losing no battle. God was with David. The Edomites, remember, they broke the brotherly covenant because of the perpetual hatred. When they wouldn't let us pass through, that's sure, hey, nah, forget that brotherly covenant. Give me, let's get one more. We ain't got to read all of them. Give me, let's see when the Edomites, let's get the Edomites. 2 Chronicles 28 and 16. Look what it wasn't like we was just beating up on the Edomites now. 2 Chronicles 28 and 16.
2 Chronicles 28 and verse 16. At that time did King Ahaz send unto the kings of Assyria to help him.
Because remember, the Edomite they joined it's like today. They joined other nations to fight against Israel. Go ahead.
For again, the Edomites had come and smitten Judah.
They took Judah, the tribe of Judah. Go ahead.
And carried away captives.
Go ahead.
The Philistines also had invaded the cities of the low country and of the south of Judah, and had taken Berthamesh, and Ajalon, and Gederoth, and Shako, with the villages thereof, and Timnah, with the villages thereof, Gimzo, also with the villages thereof, and they dwelt there.
So the Edomites is joining with the Philistines to go against Israel. This is that perpetual hatred we read about. So now, with this, the Edomites gained dominion over the earth. They gained the dominion over the earth. Go back to Genesis 27 and read 39.
Genesis 27 and verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass.
Yeah, I see that. Y'all know who he talking to here? He's talking to Esau right here. Jump up to verse 37. Because Esau came and was trying to get that birthright. But Isaac was like, hey man, you can't get that one. That one I already gave it away. But let me tell you what's gonna happen. Jump up to verse 37.
Genesis
36.
Genesis 27 and verse
You know
36.
what? My bad. 30. Where we stopped at? 32 last time. All right, 33.
Genesis 27 and verse 33. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Where is he that hath taken venison, and bought it me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest.
So this is right after he gave Jacob the blessing. Go ahead.
And have blessed him, yea, and he shall be blessed.
Go ahead.
And when Esau heard the words of his father,
Esau heard that his father told him, I just gave away that blessing. Esau heard it. Go ahead.
He cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry.
Now you crying, but you sold it. So you sold it and swear to God that Jacob can have it. But here you was lying the whole time because now you trying to get it back. You were trying to take it anyway. Go ahead.
And said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father.
He like, bless me. Come on now. Let me get that same birthright. Go ahead.
And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety.
He said, your brother came with subtlety. Go ahead.
And have taken away thy blessing.
So Isaac didn't know that Esau sold the birthright. That's why he said subtlety. People try to use this to say, see, he was subtle. He tricked. But he didn't know that Esau actually sold it to his brother. He didn't know that. So let's see what he tell Esau. Go ahead.
And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright.
He said he took away. That's a lie. He didn't take away your birth. You sold it according to the Bible. Go ahead.
And behold, now he hath taken away my blessings. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me?
He said, do you got another blessing for me? Go ahead.
And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord.
He said, I made him your Lord. He gonna rule over you. That's what God said. The elder shall serve the younger. Go ahead.
And all his brethren have I given to him for servants.
And
with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son?
Go ahead.
And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
He said, your dwelling is going to be the fatness. So this is the blessing. Your dwelling is going to be the fatness of the earth. Go ahead.
And of the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword shalt thou live.
And by the sword shall thou. This is even today.
Man of war.
Trump is out here bullying nations. What's them things called? The tariffs? Is that what he be taxing the other nation?
Oh yeah.
He putting the tariffs on it. He said, I'm gonna build a wall, and Mexico gonna pay for it. But think about it. We got what's them things called that we got in U.S. Embassy. We got an embassy in every nation. An embassy in every nation. Esau is ruling by the sword right now. This is prophecy right here. Isaac is letting them know you go rule. You shall live by the sword. Go ahead.
And shall serve thy brother, and shall come to pass, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion.
He said, when you have the dominion, meaning it's gonna be a time when you rule. When you have the dominion, go ahead.
That thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Go ahead.
And Esau hated Jacob.
And Esau what?
Hated Jacob.
And this is what we didn't read earlier on why Esau hated Jacob and on why did they have to have a resolution. Why was Jacob scared of him? It was because of the birthright. Said Esau hated Jacob. Why?
Because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Because of the blessing. This is why Esau hated Jacob. Go ahead.
And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Then will I what?
Slay my brother Jacob.
He put it in his mind. I'm going to mourn after my father die. I'm going to mourn, do my days of mourning, and then I'm killing my brother. Another Cain and Abel. He said, then I'm killing him. This was why when we read why Jacob was afraid of him, because he knew Esau was cold with that sword. And he was like, man, he can kill me and my children. Let me send him some gifts. Let me restore this relationship. Verse 42.
Verse 42. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee.
He like, hey, your brother gonna kill you. This is the mother and her two sons. This is the drama that's going on. He like, hey, your brother's planning on purposing means planning on killing you. Go ahead.
Now therefore, my son, obey my voice and arise. Flee thou to Laban, my brother to Haran.
Go with your uncle. Go ahead.
And tarry with him a few days until thy brother's fury turn away.
Until your brother's fury calm down. Go ahead.
Until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and forget that which thou hast done to him.
Read that again. You skipped the word.
Until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and forget that.
Yours don't say? Mine say, and 45. He. Yeah.
Hold on real quick.
I guess it's the same thing. You go ahead.
Genesis 27 and verse 45, right?
Yeah.
Genesis 27 and verse 45. until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then I will send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I be deprived also of you both in one day?
Go ahead.
And Rebekah said to Isaac, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Heth. If Jacob take a wife of the daughters of Heth, such as these which are the daughters of the land, what good shall my life do me?
So we see that this is why Jacob had to flee. And then later, it was years later, they mended their relationship because by that time they all had children. They all had sons. Jacob at that time, he had about 13 kids. Esau, he had a bunch of kids. At that time, it was much later when they came back together and resolved it. But now when you go to the descendants brought that anger back. The descendants of Esau brought that anger back. So now they said now jump back up to 39. Let's look at his blessings again.
Genesis 27 and verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword.
So he said your dwelling is gonna be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven above. He said this is where you gonna have. You gonna have the best of the best. But what's gonna happen? Go ahead. Verse 40.
And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his
My bad.
yoke.
Jumped up to verse 28. Because he just said Esau was gonna have the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth. Ain't that the same thing he told Jacob though? Go up to 28.
Genesis 27 and verse 28.
This is when he was giving the blessing to Jacob. Watch this.
Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine.
So how they both gonna have the same blessing? It's because there's gonna be a time when Esau go have the best of the best, and then what's gonna happen? Jacob is gonna get it. But when Jacob get it, he's gonna have it forever. Let's prove that. Give me 2 Ezra 6, verse 7.
2 Ezra 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that follows?
He said, when is gonna be the end of the first and the beginning of the next? Go ahead.
And he said unto him, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Now watch this. Go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the world.
It said Esau is the end of the world. Because so when the end of the world is judgment. The end of this world that we know it today is what's gonna happen. It's gonna be judgment. That's when Christ cracked that sky, and it's going judgment on this earth is going down. So who rule it now? Who got the dew of heaven? Who got the fatness of the earth right now? Esau. Remember, Isaac told him that was gonna happen. You was gonna have the dew of heaven. You was gonna have the fatness of the earth. Now read it again. Verse 9.
2 Ezra 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
So Esau is the end of this present world. Go ahead.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
And Jacob's dominion, the fatness of the earth, is gonna come after that. That's the final kingdom. That's the final kingdom. So that's how Isaac meant when he gave them the same blessing. He knew his two sons was going to be at odds forever for the rest of time. His two sons, both, think about it, both his sons was going to be major rulers. Because Esau, he's the major ruler now, but Jacob going to be the major ruler later. And Isaac knew that. He prophesied it. He told both of them. He told both of them that they was gonna have the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. If people don't understand that, but that's what it means. So now go to. Let's see. Do we want to go? Well, let's see what happened with Esau. Esau in his dominion, though, he went crazy. Right now, the earth is so jacked up. Give me Job 9:24.
Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
It say the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. It's always 2 and 2. Jacob and Esau represents good and evil. This is the spiritual side of it. Jacob and Esau represents good and evil. And it was going to be a time when the wicked rule earth, the evil rule the earth, and there's going to be a time when good and righteousness rule the earth. And this is talking about people. Who's the people? Esau was the wicked. Jacob is the righteous. Read it again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Let's see who's the wicked. Give me Malachi chapter 1. Who's the wicked? Malachi chapter 1. And start at 1.
Malachi chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi.
By Malachi, go ahead.
I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
Was not Esau's Jacob's brother? Go ahead.
Said the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
And I hated Esau. Go ahead.
And laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Verse 4.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Go ahead. This remember, it said that Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build.
Said they shall build, but what's going to happen?
But I will throw down.
I'm going to throw down. I'm going to end their world. I'm going to end their dominion. Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wicked.
They're the what?
The border of wicked.
They're the border of wicked. The border means the beginning and the end. They're the border of wicked. Remember, Job said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Well, who is that? Edom. Edom. Go ahead.
The border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
Indignation forever. Indignation forever. Now, give me let me see. Give me Psalms 83. Psalms 83. And verse 1.
Psalms 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So they hate God, but they can't do nothing to God. This is where it's showing why they don't hate us because we're black. Almost every other race is dark skinned too, but they don't hate them like they hate us. Why? Because God chose us and not them. That's why they made their doctrine. God loves everybody. Everybody go get to heaven. They made everybody equal, but nobody's equal. Just in the way they treat. So they can't touch God. So the best way to get God is to touch his people. Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one.
Go ahead.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered.
So the name of Israel, the Israelites wouldn't know that they are the Israelites. It was going to lose their heritage. But it was crafty counsel. It's even crafty counsel today. That's why when any celebrity or famous person say we the Israelites, they lose their. Look at Kanye West. Look at what's the dude? Nick Cannon. What's the basketball player?
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. He didn't even say nothing. He just posted a video about Hebrews to Negroes, and had to go, got suspended, had to go on an apology tour. They don't care if you say we are Egyptians, we are queens, Muslims, bad bees, Buddhist, real niggas, YNs, African American, blacks. They don't care what name we call ourselves, but the one thing they say we can't call ourselves is Israelites. Let somebody famous who can reach. They don't care about us saying it. We like low money. They ain't got a lot of views. We can't give them no airtime. They don't care with somebody low, but let somebody famous say it. Oh, we got to fix that. They took all the dude endorsements. Kanye West, he lost a bunch of money over that. I think he just recently came back and apologized. He lasted a good, year, 2 years? He lasted a good 2 years. He had enough money to last 1 to 2 years. But he went back and apologized to them rabbis. It's crazy. That's the crafty counsel. And our people is not even paying attention. They too busy looking at Stephon Diggs and what's the name broke up after the Super Bowl. They can't. Our people is so distracted. It's crazy. Verse 5.
Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hargarans.
So now it's naming the list, but who did it name first? The tabernacles of Edom. They are involved in this crafty counsel. They are the ones that's running the show with this crafty counsel. Go back to Amos 1 and 9.
Amos 1 and 9. The words of Amos. Verse 9. Amos 1 and 9. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they deliver up the whole captivity to Edom, and remember not the brotherly covenant.
And they remember not the brotherly covenant. So Edom didn't remember the brotherly covenant. They see Tyre is the Hamites, the Africans. They see they enslaved us and gave us over to Edom, and instead of Edom saying, "Hey man, what y'all, this is our brothers," They took us in. They took us as slaves. And remember not the brotherly covenant. Verse 10. Watch what the Most High say, what he gonna do. Go ahead.
But I will send a fire on the wall of Tyrus, which will devour the palaces thereof.
Go to Joel 3. Let's see what he's talking about. Joel 3 and verse 1.
Joel 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel,
Go ahead.
whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
You see, he said they scattered them among the nations and parted my land. That's why it's bastards living in the land in Jerusalem today. Said they sent us into slavery and they divided my land. It's crazy that they over there fighting for a land that don't belong to none of them. Killing they Esau crime. Now it's Esau on Ishmael crime. They killing each other for a land it don't belong to neither one of them.
So you know they not the Israelites.
Right, because it said when the Israelites is back there, it shall be peace. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. The Most High is prophesying about this. Verse 3 said Israel was going to be scattered among the nations. Go ahead.
And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot.
Giving a boy for a harlot. The big out in slavery, that's how they kept making slaves. Go ahead.
And sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
Let's see who's doing this. Verse 4.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre, and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Watch this, verse 6.
The children also of Judah.
The children of Judah, go ahead. The southern kingdom, go ahead.
And the children of Jerusalem.
The northern kingdom, what they do?
Have ye sold unto the Greeks?
Have you sold unto the Greeks? The Greeks are also Edomites. Remember, they said Africans sold Africans. No, Africans sold Israelites to Edomites. That's the real history. Africans sold Israelites to Edomites, the Grecians. Read that again, verse 6.
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their borders.
That you right, remove them far from their land. This is part of our scattering. That's why God was given the punishment of Tyrus and Edom and Amos. Now go to Obadiah chapter 1. Obadiah chapter 1. This is all because they broke the brotherly covenant. Obadiah 1, and we start at 1.
Obadiah 1 and verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
The clefts of the rock, the cave dwellers, the Caucasus Mountains. That's why they're called Caucasians. They dwell in the clefts of the rock in Mount Sierra. Go ahead.
Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
That's the main symbol, the eagle. Go ahead.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down.
Go ahead.
Saith the Lord. If thieves came to thee, If robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Jump to verse 8.
Verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
He said, I'm going to destroy the people out of Edom. Let's see why. Go ahead.
And thy mighty men, O Taman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
We're going to be cut off by slaughter. But for why? Why? Let's see why. Verse 10.
For thy violence.
For what?
For thy violence.
For thy violence. Go ahead.
Against thy brother Jacob.
Be against thy brother Jacob. Esau, the Edomites, broke the brotherly covenant. And now they have a punishment for it. They have a punishment for it. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Go ahead.
Shame shall cover thee.
Shame shall cover thee. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
Because it's a shame. You can't even bring up slavery no more. Trump, he trying to get it out of schools. Because it's a shame to them right now to bring that up. But it was going on since the beginning. Since Esau got mad and said, I'm going to kill my brother Jacob. It's been going on ever since. It's been going on ever since. Let's see if I wanted more on that. Now, give me Hebrews 11. Well, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, let's look at the blessings one more time. Genesis 27 and 28 again.
Genesis 27 and verse 28. Therefore, God give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth.
This is Jacob's blessing. Go ahead.
And plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be every one that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
Now let's look at Esau's blessing. Verse 39.
Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
Go ahead.
And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Say that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Now go to Hebrews 11 and verse 20.
You said what verse you want?
Verse 20.
Hebrews 11 and verse 20. By faith, faith means belief. Isaac did what? Blessed Jacob.
Isaac blessed Jacob. Go ahead.
And Esau.
His blessings were what? Go ahead.
Concerning things to come.
Was prophecies. His blessing was concerning things to come. They were prophecies. So if you believe the Bible, and we see that those were prophecies, where did they happen at? Where did they happen at? For Israelites, we know Jacob is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Esau is the so-called white man. The Americans, the French, the Portuguese, the Spaniards. Those are all the Amalekites, the so-called Jewish man. Those are all Edomites. And right now, we're living in their kingdom because they are in their blessings from Isaac. They're living their blessing. They're ruling the world right now with their blessing from our forefather Isaac. But that gives, so we see prophecy is coming to pass. They're ruling the earth, which means what? Jacob's blessing is also coming. That gives us faith and hope to know that when Christ comes, that's when it's our time to rule the earth. That's when it's our time for our blessing to be dwelling in the fatness of the earth. And what else? The dew of heaven. Remember, Romans 15:4. Whatsoever things were written aforetime was written for. Let's read that. Let's end it on that. Romans 15:4. Because that's the hope. That's the faith. Go ahead.
Romans 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
For our learning. Go ahead.
That we, through patience and comfort of the
scriptures, what?
Might have hope.
Might have faith. Might have hope. Because Isaac, that's what was the blessing about. He blessed Jacob with the covenant, but he also blessed Esau he said, you're gonna be a wicked ruler. And we see that they were prophecies. He said he blessed them concerning things to come. If you get a Christian, ask a Christianity Christian, where did this stuff happen at? They won't be able to tell you in real life, using history and everything. So all praise to the Most High. We was able to get some Bible history in. We was able to understand the covenants. We was able to understand why these stories supposed to give us hope, supposed to give us faith. We see it. We see it. So let's get Matthew 26.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26, starting at verse 6. Now when Jesus was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman, having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, To what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Jesus understood it, he said unto them, Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this, that this woman hath done, be told for memorial of her.
So all praise to the Most High. That was the memorial of Mary at Bethany. She comforted Christ in his time of need because she knew who he was. She knew that he was the Messiah. She knew he was about to die and why he was about to die. She knew he was the Christ. Those at home, let's get communion going. We'll be right back. And we'll take communion. All right, let's close it on out with the Lord's Communion.
This is the Lord's Communion. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, starting at verse 23. For I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, that the Lord Jesus, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, Take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me.
So this represents the body of Christ, this unleavened piece of bread.
Verse 25. After the same manner also, he took the cup when he had supped, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me.
So this represents the New Testament.
Verse 26. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord, and blood of the Lord. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body.
Say, not discerning the Lord's body. So all praises to the Most High. Just a few quick announcements. We Nicanor is March 1st. We got Purim March 2nd, and then beginning that evening to the 4th. We got New Moon. The New Moon / New Year. New Moon / New Year is March 18th. March 18th that evening. And after that, we got Passover beginning April 1st. Got a busy day. There's a lot of feast days coming. So, once again, all praises to the Most High, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. Come on, IT. Back there chilling. The God of Jacob. Like to send a shout out to the 12 tribes of Israel, especially the men, women, and children that's battling sin, battling demons, sticking in time of their affliction, still deciding to keep the commandments and the faith of Christ over anything. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the men, women, and children that's not yet there, that's still in the world, still in sin. Shout out to y'all too, because remember the righteous of today is supposed to help and bring along the righteous of tomorrow. You never know who's gonna be the next one that's pulled out this wicked world unto the Most High. So enjoy the rest of your Sabbath. Happy Sabbath, peace, and shalom.